Hey guys, happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having a good time at school. Like, if it's your third week or your fourth week, I hope you guys are hanging in there. Um, as you guys can see, I am taking five classes, and it's really stressful and it's really hard because all I do is sleep, read, and study again, and then do it all over again. And um, I'm making this video right now because I feel like it because I've been like really I'm just feeling burnt out and I just need a little bit of a stress reliever. So this video is going to be about the tasks that I have taken lately and the nursing assistant class that I'm taking. And this week we had 3 tests in 1 week. And there were a total of 25 in each set, so each test, so 25, 25, 25. um it was just overwhelming because due to the blackout, we were supposed to get one of our tests the last week, which was on Thursday, but the blackout happened and we had to be evacuated out of the building. So the exam was pushed back to this Monday. So technically, we get at least 2 tests in a week, and if we do get lucky, we did. We only have one. Usually, we only have 1 test a week, and they're mostly like 3 chapters each. So weekly, we cover like at least 6 to 7 chapters in our textbook, and we do a study guide so we could study for the test and do our workbook and stuff, homework in our workbooks. and it would be better for my instructor to give us our study guides like at least a week ahead or at least 3 days ahead, not before the test, because it's really the material is really condensed and needs a lot of thinking and time to get it soaked in. That's how I study. Like, I prefer having the study guides ahead of time so I could do them and then do a little bit of studying at a time in increments. That's how I study, because you do not want to study everything at once and eventually you're gonna forget it the next day. Well, that's how I do it. But anyways, to talk about the test, like, for some reason, the first 2 tests, I got 2 wrong on the first one, and the second one I got 1 wrong. Then the third one that I took this Thursday, I got like 6 wrong, and that's not good. And it was out of 25, so the passing is, I believe, 19 and above. And if you get below at 19, it's an automatic 0. Like, you don't pass. Like, you don't. It doesn't mean you don't pass a class. You don't pass that particular test. So I'm guessing I didn't pass that test because I got a below 19. But the tricky part is that the questions on the test were, well, yeah, the questions on the test were really tricky because they were like mostly like, if they give you a certain scenario, like if Mrs. Jones whatever about a certain type of healthcare, like, what would you do next? Like, what would you do? Like, there were, most of the answer choices were really tricky. Like, I could have sworn there's 2 answers in out of that whole um 4 listed answers. Like, most of them were really tricky, but for some reason, like, I guess my critical knowledge and critical thinking and logic didn't kick in with this one test, so I really kicked my butt. And I thought I did really good. Like, I thought I did because I thought I picked the right answers out of the rest of the other answers. But it wasn't only me that only had that problem. It was mostly the entire class, and we all thought we did really good. We thought we really did good. But when my teacher was scanning, well, we use scantrons to do our test, and he was scanning all of them, and there was none of those test strips that didn't make a noise. Everything had like like it was terrible. Like, that means there's a lot of wrong. Like, people didn't answer questions properly, and that was a scary thing for me because for me, like, I'm a perfectionist person, and I try my best to do everything 100% and do the best I can be as a person. And especially if I want to go into the healthcare field, of course, I want to study, I want to know everything, and I want to know and just be the best and do good in all these tests, but apparently I didn't do good. But anyways, it's all of us were like complaining to the teacher, like when he was reading the test questions like to us, like for review. No, not review, but he was just basically telling us the right answers after the we got done with our test. And a lot of people were debating about certain questions, and most of them I got right for some reason. I don't know how they could get it wrong. I think it was just because of my critical knowledge and it's common sense. It's just people didn't pick it up because people have these questions could be judge-minded, and the answers are really like it's basically what you believe. To me, like, there's so many answers you could pick, but I know there's only one. So I'm guessing the people that got the questions wrong that I got right, I guess because they just thought it was the right answer for them. Like, for example, um, there was this one question about communication, like what kind of communication is this when you're talking to someone and you're just looking down, like you're looking somewhere else but not at the person. I put nonverbal, but there's some people that believe it's still verbal because even though you're looking down, it doesn't mean you're not listening to the person or you're not still communicating because you might have a thought that you might have to wander your eyes around. Like that was one of the examples. That was one of them that was a big debate, but I got that one right because it is true. It's a non-verbal, like, of course. I don't even know. Like, it was just confusing, but it's crazy. But I'm hoping that the answers that I got wrong and people thought it was supposed to be like a tricky question. I just hope the teacher just gives us to us because I need it because I need to pass that test eventually. If he does that, I scored an 18 on this the third test for this week, and I need at least one right more, and then I pass. I get like I thought I passed, but I am still in big shock that I didn't do so well because I thought the last two tests were like really a breeze, but I could tell and I could tell about this one already, like this one. Sorry about my wording because I'm like really tired and I don't know like what I'm saying, but for some reason the tests are getting really more critical thinking wise, and you really have to think outside the box. It's just not. It's more. They're mostly scenarios and less vocabulary. Like, they don't mostly ask you like what does this mean or anything. It's mostly scenario questions like what would you do if this particular event happened. That's basically it. But that's what happened this week, and week. And man, I hope I do. I want to do. I'm like really motivated to do my best next week, because next week is, I believe we're gonna be doing a CPR. We're gonna be there's someone gonna come to my school and they're gonna teach CPR, and then it shouldn't be hard because I did CPR before. I did a free one before and it was just adult, but I need the BSLS one for both pediatrics and adults. But I haven't asked my teacher about if my the CPR card that I have right now from the American Red Cross could lure my way out. Like I don't have to take the CPR class because it does cost money. So it's like $30 or 40. But just to make sure, I might want to ask on Monday before we start anything like that. But I'm excited though. But whatever happens, happens. I'll just take it if I have to take it, because more knowledge is more power, right? So I'm going to do that. I think that's about it about this topic. It's just a really crazy week, and these tests has been throwing on me, like all these tests and all these reading. It's crazy, but well, that's about it. And if you guys have any comments or questions, just please ask, because I'm making the excuse me. I'm making these videos for a purpose so I could help people out, but for me to get more really engaged in making these YouTube videos is that I just hope there's people that at least gives like like a like, or like at least I could get more encouraged to making these videos. And like all the comments lately that I have been getting, thank you so much for those. And the video, like this YouTuber nurse, she's a nursing student, and her name is Nurse Brownskin, and I love her. Like I love her videos, and she's a big motivation. I watch her videos because it's a really big motivation, and she is a really big motivation to everybody, because knowing that she has 6 kids, she's in nursing school, she has to do all this and that back and forth, and she works like for me, I shouldn't have no excuse to be doing what I'm doing now, like taking 5 classes. And this CNA program is really rigorous, and I have to juggle that with my social life, um, my homework, my studying. Well, it has been, yeah, like there's no excuse, and I really love to thank Nurse Brownskin. Like you're a really strong woman. Keep that up, okay? Keep it up. You'll do great. Um, and also I just love to thank everybody else that be commenting on my YouTube videos, and I do respond to you guys. So if you guys get them, just read them, and then if you have anything else to say, then leave a comment and subscribe, please. I would like to have subscribers, more subscribers. I have 41 the last time I checked, and I really thank you guys, because you guys are making this a really good experience for me. Like eventually I want to make YouTubing a hobby of mine, like for anything that I do in life, like any issues that I have, there you go, I want to share it with the world or something. Well, I'm just blabbering now, and it's 12:50 here in California. So I'm going to go now. I'm like really tired. I need to get some rest, and I'm oily. And okay, yeah, good night, you guys. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive. That's bad. Okay, bye, guys.